Here's a quick overview of the amp that I thought would be interesting. First off was, if you're familiar with the amp at all, you know that it got a lot of comparisons right out the gate to the LBX by EVH. Get that out of your head right now. They're not even the same. I'll A/B them just quickly at the end of this, but you will see they're not the same kind of amp, so it's a hard thing. The only thing they have in common is they're small. So this amp control layout is pretty straightforward. If you look down here, it's got a gain control, it's got a bright switch, which is pretty bright. It's got this contour knob, which is crazier than any 3-band EQ I've ever seen. It does pretty much every kind of weird sound. Just keep in mind that I think 80% of it is unusable to my ear, like it's just too weird. But that 20% just it's like it hits a sweet spot. The deep switch, which is really bassy and crazy, and then of course you have your volume. And this switch over here is the power. It's like 20 watts and kicks it down to 2 watts. You see in this position, this is how I have the amp set right now. And the reason is because I'm going to show you the tones and stuff. The only difference is sometimes I take that deep switch off. So this is the bridge pickup on the Les Paul, full blast. So here's some tone. You heard that coming in, so let's hear some more again. Now we go to the neck pickup, turn down a little bit. I don't know what that last part was, but let's do it again. But I know some of you are going to be interested in how does it work clean. So let's show you. I'm going to go ahead and just turn the gain down on this. I'm going to pretty much leave everything the same and go to the bridge. And here's the neck. Turn that gain down just a little bit more. And here we go. So now your settings look like this. Okay? So we're going to go ahead and add my Sewer Riot pedal right here. And Sewer Riot pedal settings are that. So we'll leave those on so you can see. We're going to go ahead and gauge it. Here we go. And here it is in the bridge position. It's clean settings with the Sewer Riot pedal. Turn it up. Here's the neck. I don't know what that note was. Sometimes I like to put different notes in the songs just to see. I'm just kidding. That was me messing up. All right, so you get the idea. There's a Sewer Riot pedal. So I know all of you guys don't have a Sewer Riot pedal. I was thinking about other pedals, but I just wanted to show you how it sounded clean with some pedals in it. Let's show you the back now. The back is pretty straightforward, right? You have basically your effects loop. That knob basically lets you put as much effect. I'm just diming it. That's my actual settings. It lets me restrict how much of the effects are getting through that. So you can actually use like a mix control to mix in how much of the effects you want in the amp. It's a very cool feature. I would find it would be very, very useful if I was using multiple effects pedals and I just wanted to blend them all out. But for one delay, I just juiced it and I controlled it on my end on the delay. Then you have your 16 ohms and your 2 8 ohms. That way you can run 2 8 ohm cabinets to 4 ohms or run a 16 ohm. You get the idea. And I'm sure it works just like a Mesa. You can actually put 16 and 8 ohms. That's how Mesa does it. I would imagine it wouldn't be too far different than that. So that's pretty much the straightforward, the controls on the amp. It's a very easy amp to use. It's a very hard amp to not use because of that features. It's really cool that, like I said, there's just a couple warnings that I'd like to give you. One, It's not the high gain amp. I know it's coming across very high gain, but I am working it really hard and I'm juicing it as hard as I can. So it does do high gain. It's just not the saturated point like the Kraken and the LBX and the EVHs and the PVs. It's not that kind of gain. It's a warmer gain with more mids and fatter notes. It's definitely more of a rock blues amp. Right? That's where it would want to live, right? So I think it's mostly at home when let's just show you this. I'm going to put it in low mode, put the gain where I like it, put the volume where I like it, and I'm just going to go to the neck pickup. And here is that settings right there. And here's how it sounds. Believe it or not, I might take that date switch off. That's that sound I like. I just like that. Let's go straight up. Just get that gain straight up, and now you get that blues amp that you love. So as promised, let's go ahead and do some ABs. I'm going to AB the EVH 5153 LBX against the Chapman amp. To keep things easy and simple, I'm just going to keep the Chapman pretty much juiced to go. I'm going to put it in the lowest power mode setting with the highest gain setting with the contour knob dialed in down as much as I can. It's the meanest, most aggressive sound of the amp, and I'm not going to put reverb or delay on either one of them. I'm just going to go and we'll do it. Let's do the AB sound so you can hear what they sound like right now.